of the 50 Delirium or 50 Duns double Legion project that we did. We started on my birthday. So this is the day after we finally finished all 50 maps. We got through about 38 of them on the first day. And we finished the last 12 on stream today. So pretty much this is the build, like actually what we ran with. I ended up having used the, like I said in the last video, the Headhunter and Solaris. You had to use it. The damage on this build is still really bad, so definitely needs improvements. And we didn't break all the legions too. I probably lost about maybe half of every map. Basically, every 2-3 maps we lost probably one full legion worth, just from not being able to break them. Our attacks being so slow in maps, it absolutely hurt a lot. But pretty much the what we got out of them. So I probably lost about 10x probably in general. So I went through and I sorted everything out. So these were all, and also this includes all the rituals stuff I grabbed. It includes all the incubators we started popping off. The only incubators I didn't get off were the I had 2 6 links left. I put them in the when they pop. I just put them in the breakdown though, so you can see. But pretty much these were the only oils that dropped. I only calculated this one, the price though. We got a couple 14s, 15s, 116 map. A couple invitations. Not really any metamorphs when we had the metamorph appear randomly in the map. The not many ritual splinters. I didn't choose those much at all. Only one charge breach stone. These, so this one and these two actually together were from Delirium, actual orb, and these two on top were from Ritual. I got lucky at the very. I think this was the second to last map. We got the 3 fossils in there. These are all twice in chance that dropped. Some bountiful traps which we didn't calculate because not worth anything. A lot of stacked decks. So most of these stacked decks, I would say about 90% of them came from incubators. So I definitely recommend popping incubators if you're doing this project because you're going to end up with so many of them. And we'll open all these at the end of the video. Contracts, I picked up anything that was level 4 or higher. I didn't price them though because I don't like pricing these. These were some of the gems that dropped, some 23 quality gems. These were not worth anything though. Like a 21 increased durations, 4 chaos. I didn't count it. This was 8 chaos. We counted this one. But like we had 1 level 4 enhanced drop, which is pretty nice. 1 purity of fire, 21 dropped, and 21 and 23 purity of flame, smite, and enduring cry, which aren't worth much at all. This one was from Ritual, and the other ones were just Legion drops. And I think these might have been incubators, but I know this was Legion. These were the only 2, what do I call it? 2 clusters that dropped that were worth over 5 chaos. The 1 lightning and 1 cold. One was, well, I'll show you the price down, but one was 40 and one was like 60. Because I can show you real fast. If you can find the tab. So we'll do it like this actually. Let me fix this real fast. Here. So like the blight oils, like I only count the opalescence, so it's 5 chaos, which they gone down in price. These I just average 8 to 10 chaos for this one. So we have 55 just alone on this little section. The metamorph section, I only counted this one because it's 3 chaos. The rest of these are like 1 to 0.5 chaos, so I said screw it. I'm not going to waste my time and waste your guys' time. It's hard. There you go. Divination. That's divination. Essence. There you go. Delirium. It was on full order. So the 91 splinters turned out to be about 21 chaos. Just because the full emblem is still 60 to 80 chaos, depending on where they go. Every day is different. The fossils are about 12 each. Divination's 16. This is 9 each. About 92 chaos rounded up on just these 4 items alone. So the random stuff is all over the place. Like the tool for 10 chaos, the ritual for 5. I didn't count the splinters. The 4 chaos each twice enchant. And this is all single price, not bulk price. I just did an average of 4 chaos and invitations. Some are worth more than others. I just said 4, make it easy. All the stacked decks, we have 237 of them for 1 chaos each. The 230, the 2.3x, the empower level 4, the 60 for the purity of fire, and 20 on the other garbage. And this one. Like I was talking about the 2 clusters here. So apparently the cold one goes for 60 chaos as just the base, and this one goes for 20 as just the base. So that's why I counted these 2 in. And I didn't count this. Thumb tab. So these are all the incubators I didn't get around to using yet. Like the time loss, I just kept them all. We had 3 stack deck ones that dropped at the very end. Some breach ones I didn't finish off. So pretty much I just kept using them all the time. The minute some popped off, I put new ones on, just kept rotating them. Prioritizing the 6 links first. So it's hard to say on the price of this alone, just because it depends really. If you open them, I would recommend it, or sell them. It's just hard to sell them unless you're doing like an exalt for like 60 of these randomly. So that's why I just open them. I just put them in here though so you can see, but there's some chaos in there, maybe like 100 chaos or so. So we did have a prison guard drop. We'll have Valis at the end also. This is about 10 chaos, the 5 chaos carcass jack, and the 5 chaos wind ripper. It's just not really worth that much. We'll probably just end up selling them anyway. The 2 spreading rods, we're gonna battle them to see if we can get corrupted blood on them. A 1 item level 24 royal helmet. I don't think this is worth anything, just because 85 is the number you need on the elder bases. Our elder maps we have here, I pulled them out. Fossil tab. So hard to do like this. Not many. Most of these fossils were from ritual, or they were from the fossil incubators. Like 19 Jagged for 2C each. A lot of these only go for 0.5 to 1 chaos size corroded, which is 10. Bound 6. These are 2s. And enhance is 3. Other than that, everything else is absolute garbage. About 200 chaos roughly between all this. So the fragment tab, this is where most of our money actually came from. So 0.3, well, this counts 0.33 for all of them. I know midnight might be worth more. I don't really care. It's just easier this way. So there's not much chaos at all on that. We got 1 full set of Shaper. This was all from Legion drops. So about 7 chaos each except for Chimera, which goes for 10 for some reason. Splinters. Most of these, to be honest, were all from incubators, besides maybe a couple Cholulu ones, I believe. But like we also got the breach stones. These were all from splinters. To be honest, they were never full breach stone that dropped. That's why they're not worth anything. It's like maybe pink's the only one that's worth something. Like 2 point, but obviously it's like 0.33 each for these, 0.14 for these 3. Because these 3 are absolute dead. Breach stone, we'll skip that one. So most of the the emblems were actual full emblems that dropped. Some maps I had 3 drop, and some maps I had 0. It was very random based on what number you see. So the most ones we got were these 3. I only saw a couple of full emblems. We got a lot of splinters though. Every splinter dropped, I just pick it up and throw them in a stash tab. Just because I know they'll make emblems. And these also went down in price since yesterday too. Because yesterday these were 6 each, and now they dropped down to 3 each. So it's about 48, 49, 51. About half an exalt for 1 set. So it's almost about like 4.5 exalts right here, I would say, rough to take. Between all the chaos right here. Like the 1 Elder Fragment that dropped, the 2 Divine Vessels, the 2 Offerings. They were very rare to see those 2. But all it take between the top half here, it's about 671 chaos. And it's a single price too. We could probably get bulk on these 2, on all of this. And probably push this easily to 30 to 40 chaos each on these. Maybe 15 on these and like 6 or 7 on these 2. But I'll probably end up running these as 5 ways instead. Because I really want to try that. So these were only scarabs that dropped. I didn't see much scarabs. Most of the scarabs came from the incubators. I think that's where these 2 gildeds came from, to be honest. But pretty much in general, it's only about 96 chaos in here. And the only ones worth anything, be honest, is only the Legion ones. If it's not one of the 3 Legions, it's trash. Except for some reason this ambush one goes for 6 chaos. But everything else is absolute garbage with scarabs this league. Which is why the scarab 100% delirium maps aren't worth that much anymore. Just because if you pretty much the only thing you care about is these 3, the rest of this you don't care about picking up at all. Maybe Parangus for fun, but not much in there. So the maps, I just did bulk price like I do every time we do these projects. 4 chaos, I just did on all of them. I didn't really want to sit here and try to figure out like, you know, like Duns maps might go for more. We got half our Duns maps back too from the project. Like the SDs go for 6 chaos each, but I'm not going to sit there and go desert follow. It's not worth the time. Like looking at like 4 towers, 12 shores, like 27 of tools. Yes, these will sell for about 6 to 7 chaos each, but I'm not gonna sit there and break these out compared to all the others. It's not worth the time. So that's why I did bulk price of 4 chaos and left it. I didn't care enough. And we did have the 3 shaper maps, about 8 chaos each. And then the elder ones you saw in the beginning for 10 each. And then we also did get lucky, and we had 2 of the courthouse maps drop. And we had 1 rewritten distant memory drop. These sell for about 50 each, I believe. Yeah. Buffer take. Yeah, 50 each. So about 150 chaos alone just in those. Those are all from the bosses too, which I was really surprised to see. And the rest of these maps in here, I just said 1 chaos. I don't know. Like this one could be worth more. I just don't care. So we got 918 chaos rougher take on all this if we sold them all. Well, honestly, I sell them all? No. I'll probably just end up selling the 150s in these maps, and that's it. It's just not worth my time. So we not much money on essence at all. The only one worth something was this for 7 chaos. These are all 1 chaos. These are only sell, to be honest, if you get deafenings. If you have deafenings, at least have 5 of them, you can definitely triple the amount of money they're worth. It's just getting deafenings what it's all about. Fossils, dump, done. Div cards. So these were the only div cards that actually were something. Let's see if I can find it real fast. So we did have other ones drop, but they're not worth it, so I just took them out to make it easier for you guys to see. So Accumulation and Imperial Legacy are actual drops from the map, so you're going to get a lot of those too. This was just a random one I got, so I just kept it to show. But like each 2 of these is worth 20 alterations. Oh, that's why the price is 3 chaos. Okay, so my price actually is not correct, actually. So I thought it was actually 2 alterations per map. I didn't realize it's 20. And let's do the price real fast. So if it's 20, they sell for 3 chaos each. It's 60 chaos divided by 2? Like 30 chaos a map? No, hold on. 3 chaos a map. So it's 6 chaos for a set. Which doesn't make sense, to be honest. Why it's 6 chaos, since it's like 5 chaos for a set, actually. So 5 chaos a set. So let's say 3 each, actually. Doesn't really make sense why it's that price, but apparently it is. When it's 3 alterations for a chaos. Okay, that makes sense then. It's 3 alterations for a chaos. So it'll be 20 divided by 3 times 2. Yeah, whatever take, who cares. And then so this one, you saw a lot of these. And also Imperial Legacies. I would recommend picking these up since you can sell them for either apparently you can sell them for 1 chaos each. So about 76 chaos right here, or you can just make the bows and sell them for divines, which I'll probably end up doing that instead. So about 132 chaos just on these alone. The blight ones we already saw. Metamorph we saw that one. Random. Let's go show. Oh yeah. Fragments done. Oh yeah, the last tab. So this is the last tab pretty much of our currency. So the exalts, these were all raw exalts that dropped. None of these. Do it like this actually. There we go. So none of these actually were these were the shards that dropped, but all 7 of these were pretty much from legions. I think 6 were legion drops, and 1 was a ritual drop at the end. Was shooting the loot out at the end. 1 popped out, but most of it was for legion. So we got 222 alterations, 5 annults, 48 GCPs, 136 chisels, which are actually worth money this league, since chisels are about 0.33 chaos each. The 31 regals, 187 chaos, 21 divines. So I calculated 23 because of the 2 that are in the incubator. So pretty much all of the divines were pretty much from incubators. We had a couple rare 6 links that dropped, a couple of divines that dropped on their own, and then most of it was incubators. We got a lot of 6-link incubators from this project. A lot of jewelers, so over 2,000 jewelers, which comes out to be 107 chaos. just on jewelers alone. This is all pretty much from selling 6 sockets. That's all this came from, pretty much. The fusings, almost 400 fusings, which is about 70, almost 80 chaos right here alone. Almost 300 chromes. 81, 190, not much. 5 ancient orbs. These ancient orbs all came from either a couple shards or they came from rituals mainly. Rituals dropped a lot of ancient orbs. Like the one orb of making, we got a couple, not much sextants that dropped it all, and 21 regrets. So overall, it was interesting playing this. I would recommend doing this with not a lacerate character. A lacerate bleed was absolute trash for this. That's why I lost a lot of. I probably lost easily over 10x because I couldn't break full legions. But pretty much, that's why I had to pretty much rely on the Headhunter and Solaris combo. And also, I did have to switch out of the Pride, and I went with Blood and Sand and War Banner just for the bigger AOE. Just because I couldn't break legions at all when running the first like 5 maps. It was so bad. And then pretty much the rest of this is absolute trash. Like if you want to do this better, I recommend Enki's Arc build, a Totem build, a Frostbolt, a Bow character, a Miner, BV, Cyclone. There's so much better builds out there. This is Lacerate is probably the worst to do. It was just what I had on stash, but I could afford when we started this project, so that's what I went with. So all in all, oh yeah, we got about over 2,000 chaos on this tab alone. So from the 1,042 that we spent to start this project, we ended up making over 5,000 chaos on the earnings from all the drops. So minus the two together, we got about a 4,076 chaos profit, which is about almost 41 exalts. So it's not bad for the 50 maps to get 40 exalts out of it. It's just selling part now, and moving is probably the part that takes forever. Just because it depends, really, no one really wants a lot of stuff this league. But it's definitely a fun project. I probably will revisit this in the future with a better character that's designed for this project. But I'll probably do it with the same thing, 20% quality, all of them alts, and pretty much I'm gonna do all winging legion. So that would guarantee me 3 legions per tap with the Xana mod. So we can get 3 to 4 legions per map. And the fact that we can break them all every time, it should give us a much better turnout. Because I'm expecting over 100, and we'll probably do 50 again. Or we might go more. But we should average easily 70 to 80 exalts profit from that if we break every legion. We're also going to be running on 1,000 chaos start compared to 350 that we spent for the scarabs. But we should get our money back very quickly. So that's our mini project this league. I know Grimroad did this one, but he did a different version of this with the 100 maps and only using the Xana mod. And not using the Timeless Emblems, the 4 that I'm running. So these actually do work pretty well. It just depends if you want to spend the 16 exalts to get all 4 of them. So all in all, it's a fun project. We'll come back to this in the future. But I'm going to now... Oh yeah, we gotta do this first before we end the video. Almost forgot the best part about the video. Stack deck opening. So we'll do a stack deck opening, and we're going to vow... Shit. No. Let's vow this. Yeah. Yeah, boring. 2 chaos. Bye-bye. We can vow these. Garbage. Minions. Boring. Boring. Okay, let's go open some stat decks. And also, we did lose our blue filter halfway through this project. So today, the last 12 maps, our blue filter got messed up. So we did lose that completely. More Imperial Legacies. Okay, bring that one. Come on, give me a swing. Not saying treasure. It's a mini swing. don't know why that's even here, actually. Hey, a patient card. If I'm buying a lot of those this league. Okay, let's actually clean this up a little bit. Reset the instance too. Because yeah, I'm still working on the loot filter. I take this loot filter from MBX and I just customize it a little bit more to what I prefer to pick up. But there's still stuff I'm seeing dropping I don't want to see. I'll have to go through and fix that later. New. Try this again. Come on. Where's my swing? We need to at least make 200 chaos. It ain't looking that good.
I can't do this just yet.
Let's pick this up. We'll do one more instance. Just over here. Hey, a cheater. We can have fun putting that through harvest. Okay, we got one swing at least. Yeah. Come on. Okay, hoarder is not good enough for us. No, rip. Oh well, sadly no double swing. We got 3x though. So we get our money 200. Yeah, we made money on it at least. So everyone like the let me get back in. Or you freeze. Okay. So everyone like the mini project, and I hope if you see subscribe on below, come follow me on Twitch. And our next video will be about this build that we're playing right now. And I'm gonna keep this character probably for a while. But we'll probably end up switching things around. I don't need this next list. And I'll pretty much probably go with our next character next. I'll get this video created about this character. It's sort of like a league start, but I need some changes and what improvements I want to make. But then I'll probably start leveling up a new character. That will be for our next project, which should be more interesting and probably disconnect a lot doing it though. So if everyone liked the video, I hope to see you on the next one.